Come on into the live. Hopefully you guys can hear me very well. We're doing a morning walk. You know, we're doing a morning walk. Come on into the live. Come on into the live. I haven't seen a White Castle in so long. Right? It's cravings. Come on into the live. I think White Castle is more like like certain restaurants may be more of a generational thing. I know my mom, she loves White Castle. So this morning I decided that I would get out my box, get out my shell a little more, come outside. And I'm happy I did. Look at this view, man. Hope you guys are feeling blessed and grateful to be alive. God is good. You just gotta shift your perspective, because the love of God wants you to be blessed. God wants you to be favored. Look at this amazing view. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and support the platform. If you can hear me, let me get a thumbs up. Let me get 2 thumbs up. So, I've been in this city for over 2 weeks now, and I've never even went into a casino to gamble or do anything, because that's just not my thing, And I thank God that, I had, a transformation as far as my mind and my spirit before I came to this place, because Lord knows I probably would have been caught up, but I'm here. And it's crazy how it's interesting, how people would say, they'll be like, okay, I want to go to Vegas. Like, I want to, have a trip, right? And they'll plan. And I just came out here just winging it, So it's interesting how, I don't know, like when you let God lead your life, you're able to do things that, the normal person or the average person is not able to, because they're all in their head, they have to have all of these things. And God is saying, just trust me, let me lead you. So I hope you guys are enjoying the view. I'm trying to show you guys, as much of a view without violating people's right to not have a camera in their face. That's one of the things with vlogging. It has completely, I think where I'm going is down this way. Vlogging has completely, taken away people's, I guess, not right, but desire to, what's going on? Good morning. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the platform. 1 second. Yeah, I was saying that, vlogging has completely violated people's rights, when it comes to not having a camera in their face, So I try to be mindful of that, while still exercising my freedom to record. But yeah, I was saying all you got to do is switch your perspective, because you never know, opportunities that are hidden in plain sight, but you can't see them because you're in your head. You're worrying about this, you're worrying about that. And I had to get out my head because I was in my head for a little while. So I want to take you guys more on a journey of this city, you know what I'm saying? But I need funds. I need to, get bus passes. I need to be able to do things. So definitely support the platform, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all are tired of traditional cable TV. Ain't nothing new on television. They just keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. And the storylines are just boring. So reality TV, in a sense of unscripted, real life. If that's what you want, that's what you're gonna get. So right now, I was looking per the map. Okay, so this is where I have to come later on today. At the Circa, and then go over here. How you doing? I applied for security with Circa. How do you guys know how it works?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what their process is like.
Okay, what security you Invictus? How does that work?
Basically, you apply for your, go get your bar card, stuff like that. Once you get that, just apply to the online website.
Okay.
It's a quick process too.
Okay, brother. Thank you. Yeah. So no, it wasn't them. It was someone else, and yeah. So you just try to make it work. You make it happen. So I've been applying to jobs or whatever, and listen. Fast food, McDonald's. Listen, I probably applied, maybe not 100 yet, but we're reaching 100. I'm talking about McDonald's, Popeyes, Panda Express, Taco Bell, a lot of Indeed jobs, a lot of ZipRecruiter, fitness, gym, Planet Fitness. I've just been applying and I'm not getting any traction. So I'm not, and I'm just believing it's because the right opportunity has not availed itself yet. And so I'm just keeping on when it comes to my content creation, because this is essentially what I love doing. I love having my freedom. I love owning my life. And the only thing that that seems to be a problem is not yet generating income. But we know, based on the history of YouTubers and vloggers, that money will soon come. You just got to be consistent. Don't stop, don't give up. So that's my motto in this season, not giving up. So I'm looking for McDonald's right now because they have this promo that hold on, I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere, guys. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I had to look at my Google Maps to see where it is that I'm going. So McDonald's has this this is where I'm at right now. Just so I can show you guys. So McDonald's have this 99 cents coffee situation. Listen, I don't want to have to go somewhere where I have to pay $1 for coffee. I want to go anywhere and get coffee if I want it, especially if it's great coffee. But that's just what I have to do because on a budget right now, you know. So yeah, the funny part about all of this, right, is that I don't think people realize. Well, it's not anyone's business, but to know, that you're in a shelter. But we're making it happen, man. That's part of the dream. Part of the goal is to fight for what you believe in. Part of the dream is doing what you don't necessarily want to do, but you know ultimately the outcome is going to bring about just success, freedom, owning my life, owning my content, owning my time, owning my money, owning my life. That's what it's about. Don't forget to support the platform, CLG Lifestyle, $CLG Lifestyle on Cash App. And yeah, so it's a beautiful day. Hold on. So I had a casting meeting yesterday for modeling and acting, and it went well. They told me I gotta get this hair fixed. So I'm gonna be calling a dentist today. I have Medicaid, thank God for that. So I'll be using that to help me. I know the McDonald's is around here somewhere. One second. So I'll be using that to help repair or get whatever dental work. I haven't had dental work in a while. So I might end up just, I don't know. I'm still looking for the McDonald's, y'all. And I have to get back to the shelter by 9 a.m. because it's a program that I'm in that, Is there a McDonald's around here? A McDonald's? Good morning.
No.
No? Okay. Around here? Is it like around here?
No McDonald's around here at all.
Okay.
We'll take them all the way.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, so, they basically was like, no McDonald's around here. They took them away. So, that seems like a competition type situation where they want you to spend money. They don't want you spending money anywhere else. Any questions, y'all? Any questions? I just wanted to encourage you, to get up out your shell, to step out the box, you know what I'm saying? To get out more. You may not have the funds, you may not have the cushioning or the financial reserves, but if you have faith, faith don't cost nothing. Faith is, for faith, all you gotta do is cultivate it, right? You got to cultivate faith. Faith is a seed, right? And so God gives all of us a seed of faith, and we got to work that seed. We got to plant that seed. We got to water it. And I'm talking symbolically here, but basically, you got to, when it comes to your seed, you got to just nourish it. You know what I'm saying? You got to work it. You got to speak to it. You gotta believe it. You gotta exercise it. You gotta motivate it. You gotta stretch it. You gotta develop it. So that's basically that. Uh-huh. So then walk past. Yeah, get on the other side, you know? Um, and things like that. So yeah. It's a nice view, you know? Uh-huh. Nah, you know, sometimes you gotta switch it up on them. Uh-huh. Any questions, guys? Mm-hmm. What's going on? Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm having two conversations here. Dos conversacional. You looking? Well, the rainbow, you know, the rainbow is love, right? God created the rainbow. See, this is what the devil has done. God created the rainbow as a sign of his love for humanity. The rainbow was not meant to be symbolic of gayness or homosexuality or the LGBTQIA belief system. Okay, that was taken from the original covenant that God made with humanity when when after the flood, you know, Noah, God promised Noah that he would, you know, not destroy the earth in that manner. And the rainbow, right, was symbolic of God's covenant. So a lot of people who don't know the history of the rainbow and the symbolism of a rainbow and its colors are too small-minded and ignorant that they just can't see past the rainbow being representative of love and not sexuality or gender identity or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. So this is why you have to know who you are, stay true to who you are, be unapologetic about it, because someone is always going to have a perspective about you, an identity about you that you don't like my widow's peak. You'll always have a hater or someone who just they hate themselves so much. They're so insecure in life that they have to talk trash, you know, on a phone or on someone's live, right? That is the society that we live in. So God wants to strengthen you. He wants to empower you. He wants to give you confidence. He wants to, you know, make you that guy and that girl, so that when you show out in the world and you're thriving and you're making money doing what you love, you're not stumbled or bothered by people who are haters and because they don't love themselves. Love loves. You know, when you love, you love without expectation. And loving is not being all mushy and gushy. Love is like, even if you look a mess, I still love you and I still respect you. Even if I don't like your personality, I'm not going to hold it against you. I'm not going to make you feel that there's something wrong with you. That is what love is, you know? And so there's a lot of perverted definitions of love going around that people, you know, are subscribing to. And, you know what I'm saying? It's a detriment. So, yeah, the rainbow, you know, it's a covenantal covenantal symbolic sign from God to humanity that he will never destroy the earth with a flood again, as he did in the time of Noah. So yeah, you know, LGBTQIA community has used that as a symbol, and you know, you're able to do whatever you want in this world. You know, just stay true to who you are, be unapologetic about it, and that's it. You know, so I'm about to head back to the shelter now. I wanted to get some coffee from McDonald's. They have coffees for $1, but ain't no more McDonald's around here, so we'll see how that will go. Maybe I'll go to like a 7-Eleven or something. All right, y'all. Beautiful day today. I love this song. Yeah, but the casting call went well. It was a modeling and acting casting call. Went very well. As I said, they wanted me to get my teeth fixed, and it's about time, my chip tooth fixed, and it's about time. I also need to get a cleaning and a bleaching, and ultimately get like Invisalign, because I do want to like straighten out my teeth. But I'm glad that I went, because it encouraged me, you know what I'm saying, to get these things done, which I should have been done, you know. I'll be right back, y'all. 1 second. I have to I keep going and coming from the live because I'm using other apps, and so every time I go away from the app, I have to check to see where my direction is going. The live disconnects only temporarily, so if I say hold on, I'll be right back, don't leave the live. I'm just checking another app on my phone to see if I'm in the right location. I still have like an hour and 15 minutes before 9 o'clock, so we can still lounge around and talk if y'all have any questions. Yeah, so that's my story about the rainbow. So again, and then men in our society, especially black men, I don't know about other races, but it's like anytime a black man has some type of tact and respect about himself, well-spoken, maybe a creative, confident, a gentleman, his sexuality tends to be questioned in certain environments. And I've since learned that that's not always the case. That's not a major issue. It's just when it comes to like certain cultures, or what is it called, subcultures. So like if you're in like a hip hop culture, or if you are even modern day culture, when with what you see on TV, right? People have a perception of certain men of certain races, and if you show up anything other than that, they judge you in all the wrong ways. And this is why you have to be strong and confident and know who you are. I always I emphasize that because it's important. It's important. I believe that when you know who you are and you're confident in that, the world is your oyster, as they would say. You can accomplish and will accomplish great things. So I still didn't get my coffee, but that doesn't mean, well, again, you can't say you black people, just like all white people aren't racist, right? Can we agree with that point of reference? All white people aren't racist. And I'm saying this as a self-identifying black man. However, once you become more cultivated and you explore the world and you travel more, I've had a blessed opportunity to experience life outside of my immediate community. So I know that all white people aren't racist, and I know that all black people aren't homophobic. And if they are homophobic, just like a racist, it's because of ignorance. Okay, ignorance is rooted in fear, right? People are afraid of what they don't understand, what they don't want to understand, and it's not our responsibility. It's not our responsibility to convince anyone of our self-worth, right? We should just be and live. So whether you're black, whether you're gay, straight, educated, uneducated, it's important for you to love yourself where you are at. And if you don't like yourself, talk to God about changing things about you. And God is a God of supernatural. There's nothing impossible for God. It's hard for people to hear that. But you can have and be who you want to be. But when you are every so it would be ignorant to say that all black people are homophobic and all white people are racist. That's dumb. That is stupid. No disrespect, it's dumb, because everyone is an individual. Okay, if someone looks like you, I don't know what you are, I don't know what your race is, but if someone looks like you and there is a perception out there that a group of people who looks like you has a way of thinking that is not good, but every time they come around you, they feel like you think the same way when you don't. How is that going to make you feel? You're not going to like that. You know what I mean? I think I'm at 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me check the bus thing. 1 second. Yeah, as I was saying, you can't put people in a box, and this is something that this is a fight, again, when it comes to you being an individual and accepting who you are. This is something that you cannot continuously fight. You cannot continuously try to prove to people that that you are not what they think. That's a job in itself, and that's a job that if you're not getting paid for it, it's no point. I think ultimately, just being your authentic self, whatever that is, whatever that looks like, it's enough, and it's going to show up in the right place at the right time and for the right people, because not everyone wants to change. You don't want to waste your time trying to convince someone of truth when they have no desire to change. And so when you allow God to move in your life, what God is going to do is allow you to be in certain situations, and He's going to give you the discernment to speak what you need to speak, or to say what you need to say, do what you need to say, to defend your cause or the cause of God. Not everyone wants to learn, not everyone wants to change, and you'll be wasting hot air, wasting your energy, wasting time and resources trying to convince someone of truth when they have no desire or want to know truth or to change. And that's something that I've had to learn, is that it's the same concept when it comes to, you want to take people with you on a journey, right? But not everyone wants to go. Not everyone wants to improve their life. Not everyone wants better for themselves. Okay? And that's okay. As I said, we don't judge. It's like if you're comfortable living in a shelter, for the rest of your days, go ahead. If you are someone who, you say, I don't like this environment, I hate this environment, and I want more for myself, go ahead. Right? To each his own. And that's what love is. Love liberates. God, God is, I always talk about God because God is love, right? And that is who really showed me who love is, and really freed me from situations, people, places, and things that I was in bondage to, because I didn't know what true love is, or true love was. And so when God began to work in me in 2016, and I began to make better decisions for myself in terms of, loving myself and stuff like that, a lot of relationships fell off. I haven't talked to my mom in like, oh gosh, I didn't even know we're gonna go here today. I haven't spoken to my mom in about 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I haven't spoken to family members even longer. You know what I mean? And to be honest, you may think, oh well, he's angry and he has resentment. No, not at all. I always think about my family. I'm always prayerful for my family, and even what I'm doing right now, what I'm saying, is for my family. But unfortunately, when people are not able to see the vision that God has for you, I'm called to talk about Joseph. You just got to leave them, let them be, and let God work out the details. Joseph was someone who was hated by his family, right? For whatever reasons, yet still he was the one that was given the vision. He was given the blueprint to change the trajectory of his family's life. If Joseph hadn't had the visions from God and wasn't transported to Egypt and all of these things, they would have died of a famine. Because when they started to, when the famine was being erected, they now had to explore other areas and other means to get food, and it just so happened that they ended up in Egypt, right? This is where people were going in that time for their sustenance. And guess who was the head of Egypt? It was Joseph, the same person that they tried to break, the same person that they tried to destroy. So I say that to say, it's a reason why from childhood you are going through neglect and abuse and all of these traumatic experiences, because the enemy knew that you are the person that God is going to use to change the trajectory of your family's life. So he wants you to hate them so much, and to do something even to yourself where you don't want to live, you don't want to exist anymore, right? But God has kept you. God has kept you for a time such as this, okay? And so that's what he has done for me. So I don't have any ill will or any resentment towards my family. I did. But the grace of God has healed me, has given me a new heart and a new spirit. And now my eyes and my ears are towards my Heavenly Father, because I know he has my best interests at heart. I know that he has the best interests of my family at heart, more than I do for myself and my family. And so for those who don't understand it, okay, that's on you. Take that up with God. But I've never been happier. I've never been more peaceful. I've never been more productive. I've never been more purposeful as I've been since my relationship with God. And it started in 2016. So I say that to encourage you and to let you know, right, that if you are breathing and alive today, okay, that God has a plan for you. He has a purpose. He loves you, and he wants the best for you, okay? Period. I'll be right back. 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap up the live now. My bus should be here in about 4 minutes. So, again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the platform. That way I can continue, doing what I love to do. Love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon.